Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the first lesson of Arabic alphabet series. Let us start with the first lesson. So today we'll be talking about the Arabic alphabet Alif. Alif is this long straight line that goes downwards. Now we should know about the sounds of the alphabet. Just like in English where A has a sound and B has b sound and C has k sound, in Arabic the letter Alif also has its own sound. But the sound of the letter is a stretched version of the short A vowel. Now what is the short A vowel? The short A vowel is the kind of vowel which is in Arabic, but it's not an alphabet. So the alif is not a vowel, but it has the sound of the vowel in it. Alif is the stretched version of the short A vowel. It is the long A vowel. So the short A vowel sounds like this. This is not an alphabet, this is just a vowel. But the alphabet alif has the sound of ah, ah. So ah. This is the sound of alif, and this is not the sound of alif. Just because the letter alif has the vowel in it does not make it a vowel. It's still a consonant, but it uses the sound of a vowel. I hope that's clear to you because this is a very important topic in Arabic. We know that there are 4 forms of each Arabic alphabet. Now let us look at the 4 forms of the Arabic alphabet alif. In the by itself version, the alif has a straight line and it looks just like the number 1. At the beginning of the word, we see that alif is similar to the original form, and the only difference seen is that it has a letter after it. So there's no difference in the alif, it's the difference in the word. So if you write akala, we see that there is alif and then there is kaf. Just like here, this hyphen over here is supposed to represent a letter. But over here, there is no other letter. There's only alif. This is the only difference between them. In the middle, the difference is more seen because we can say that there is a small line between them. This line will help us to differentiate the alif form. So if I take an example of a word for the middle form, you'll see that babun. This is babun. Now we see that there is alif very clearly in the middle, but why is there a small extension? We can understand that it's to differentiate, but is that the only reason? I don't think so. The ba over here is joining with alif, and so it forms this small kind of line. The ba over here is joining with the alif, and so the sleeping line of alif middle form is found. So in the end also, if we see, it's asa. Asa. This is asa. Now the swad is joining with alif, and so it makes a small kind of line, and that's why it gets a sleeping line here. Now the only difference between the middle and the end form is that the middle form has a letter after it, like ba, and the end form has no other letter after it. So we noticed today that there is alif by itself at the beginning of the word and at the middle and also at the end. And the only difference seen between them is either the letter that comes after it or the sleeping line. That's the only difference in alif. It's a very simple letter but also very confusing. So it's better to keep this in mind. Now the another thing we have to notice is that this is alif and this is kaf, but they are not connected. This is alif and this is ba, but they are not connected. However, ba and this ba is connected. Sad and this alif is connected. Why does that happen? This happens because alif is one of the 6 letters that cannot connect to the following letter. So the following letter means the letter after alif. Kaf comes after alif. Alif is first and kaf comes after it. So kaf is not connected to alif. It cannot be connected. Similarly, this ba is coming after the alif. so it cannot be connected. Now this ba is coming before alif. See, first ba is coming, then alif is coming. So we can connect this ba to this alif. Similarly, the swad over here is coming before the alif. So we can connect them together. So the alif over here cannot be connected with kaf because the kaf is coming after alif, and in alif case we cannot connect the letters that come after it. Alif also cannot connect to ba because ba is coming after it. We cannot connect the letters that come after alif to alif. The only thing we can connect is the letters before it, just like the ba over here is before alif and the swad is before alif. So if a letter is before alif, it will be connected, and if the letter is after alif, it will not be connected. I hope that's clear. Now we also see that when alif comes after the letter lam, it looks like this. The alif curves into the left a little. This is an exception case. This is lam and this is alif. This thing got a special requirement for itself, and the Arabs decided to put it in a special case. Why does that happen? We see that happens because the beginning of the word lam form is same as the ending form. It's just the reverse image. See, the ending of alif and the beginning of lam is same. So when we put them together, we'll get this. This is very confusing since we don't know what comes where. I mean, we don't know if this is alif and this is lam. They look identical. So the Arabs came a way to solve this confusion, and they created this type. They kept the lam simple, and then they put the alif. So this is lam and this is alif. This is lam and this is alif. This part, the darker part is the lam, and the lighter part is alif. Is that clear? So when we join alif and lam together, we cannot make this. This ending will not apply. We have to make it like this. This is the only exception case. It does not happen with any other letter. If there is any doubts, be sure to comment below. I'll be trying my best to answer them. This is all for today, and I'll see you in the next lecture. If you enjoyed this lecture, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.